Yes, hello everybody. I hope you can hear me. So if you can hear me, then could you raise your hands like that? Does it work? Yeah, okay, great. So we have a workshop in front of us, around 1.5 hours. Maybe we will do some small break when you need it. I invite you to a breathing workshop. Means I will show you, or I try to show you, how the thinking behind this breathing art is, where we did come from and where we will go. This will take us a short while, and I try now as a first step to provide you my screen so that we are sure that we are together. I see here Tsmaki. Hello, Tsmaki. He is one of the artists that you will see in this slideshow as well. So now let's try to share the screen so that we have the correct one, which is displaying, I would say this one. So I'm displaying now my screen. Does this work? Do you see here a workshop? You still see me, huh? Is this correct? Let's have a look. Got it. There I have to say that I'm allowing the recording. Let's try to share the screen again. I can share. Here we are. Let's go here again. So now I share a screen. Seems to work. Just a second that I can see you all as well. Here you are. So, do you see my screen now? Yeah? Okay, great. So then, and can you hear me loud and clearly? Yeah, as well. That's great. Because, you know, I'm not a native English speaker. I just try to be as clear as I can. Welcome to the workshop. It's called Inhale, Exhale, Smile. Because, well, this is in the end what we'd like to do when we are breathing, that we are lucky in the end. That's the idea. And the main idea of this breathing workshop and, well, of all the art we are doing, and when I say we, then I mean a small team of very important people that are helping me doing this art, well, it's art on one side, but it's an event at the end. I will show you this. Well, our main thinking is added in a quote from Gregory Maguire. You maybe know him. He is an American writer. He has the same age as I have. And he said somewhere, remember to breathe. This is the first part. And this is our goal, that we will remember people to breathe. And then the second part, it is, after all, the secret of life. Well, secret of life, maybe we can discuss a little bit later about this and how you go or come to resolve the secret of life through conscious breathing. But let's go to the next step. I will introduce you in the agenda that we have today. I will do a small introduction of Astradream. This is this artist collective that we have to spread the thinking of the breathing pictures. Then I will tell you a little bit about the basics of breathing pictures, what we think behind, what is the thinking behind that. breathing patterns. We will have for sure some breath workers here that are interested how we bring these breathing patterns into the breathing art. We will do, of course, examples. Then I will guide you through some of the breathing art films, because mainly I'm how do you say that, a filmer. I love to make videos, films, and of course they can breathe as well. Then maybe we make a break. You can tell me if it's necessary. And after the break, we will go then into a project, into a breathing project, the biggest online event we ever had here in Switzerland. I will show you how we try to reach that goal. Some other breathing projects that we have, and then we will have a discussion. I hope you will have ideas. Tell me what did work for you and what did not work for you. Okay, let's dive right in. Here, the Astradream team. It's Peter. He's a very experienced event manager. He makes the communication, the marketing for the breathing pictures worldwide. Then we have Mihai Horvath, and he's a long-time musician friend of us. I will tell you a little bit later about that. And he makes all the compositions for these breathing art films, or sequences, I can say as well. And then it's myself, Stan. I have just a short bio here. I will not tell you everything. I think you can read it. Is the font size in a way that you can read it on your laptops and on your screens? Is it okay for you? Can you show me this maybe, if it's working? You can read. Okay. Great. Well, it's a special workshop, as you will see a little bit later. Okay.
Stan, you're muted.
So, can you hear me now again? Okay, great. Well, it must be Zoom or somebody is muting me. Well, just to say, I have a background in breathwork. Well, not like most of you maybe have, but I studied after a teacher certificate for primary school. I studied at the University of Zurich social psychology, social pedagogy, and as you can imagine, well, through all these therapies that you are learning over there, you will recognize that breathing is a very important issue for all aspects of mental and physical health. Well, but during my studies and already before, I played in a band, in a prog rock band. We did 2 of these albums that you can see here. Maybe I will just tell you this, that after the workshop, I will wrap up these papers that you see here. So you will get everything in a single PDF. And in this PDF, you can then just click, let's say, on this album or here, and then you are guided directly to Spotify, and then you can listen into this 50-year-old music, actually. Well, but then after my studies, I left the path of psychology, pedagogy for a while, because I found it IT companies. I'm a person that is very interested in the future, in every kind of science fiction. That's really a part of my personal being, to see all these energies flowing from the past to the future. Yeah, well, I spent 35 years in the IT industry, robotics, developing software, not for robots, but for businesses. And during these 35 years, I did recognize that the position as a CEO of a small company, 35 people, but it's really very exhausting. And during that time, I had to find a solution for me personally just to survive. You cannot imagine what pressure sometimes you have in positions like that. And there I had the luck to find a Buddhist meditation teacher. I was, I think, for 7 years in every month, every 2 weeks in a session, just to learn how to breathe, how to focus on your third eye, which is very important in Buddhist meditation. Well, and this just saved my life, I would say, that I learned breathing even in the hardest situations, because it's that moment when it's really very tense and struggling, that you really can find out that while you are breathing, you see that your thought, it has a beginning and it has an end. Every thought is just part of this world that we have. But of course, there is something behind. And when you breathe, you just can detect, you can feel this. So some other just elements. I'm married since 42 years. And I made some first movies already, digital movies, already back 30 years ago in 95. Then I did some other breathing movies. You will see them a little bit later. But now let's dive in what we are doing. You see breathing pictures today. They are displayed at various places. Of course, we always hope that there should be more places, but we are in the Marriott in New York, or in Miami. You can find a breathing picture somewhere in Washington, or sometimes you are with the clients. I will not show you the reel that is behind here. There are some other places, but, and this is important, today, let's say, to sell a single breathing picture, this is rare. But what we are really doing is spreading these breathing pictures over the biggest platform that we have today for digital moving art. That this is Black Dwarf, and this is Neo. You will find the links behind these labels. Then you will believe me that these are platforms that are doing that. Now, let's go to the second chapter, the breathing pictures themselves, with some remarks. Yeah, well, basic thoughts. Let's start with it. What I detected during my practices and during my life is it's much easier to focus on your breath when you see a movement that you can follow with your eyes, and of course then with your breath as well. You can see that maybe here, while the sphere is going up, you are breathing in, and then you are breathing out. So this is part of this workshop that we will find out if you are able to find this breathing movement within each of the pictures that I will show you. There are some special pictures you will see. And well, you know, you have these breath or breathing practices that tells you, okay, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for a second, and then breathe out for another 4 seconds. But you will, well, it's always hard if you tell people that they should, well, hold their breath. Then this is not working, holding the breath. So it's always a curve. You will see this a little bit later, how we are doing this. So, well, here it's already a first answer to that you have a graph that you can follow, which has the same movement, the same pattern as the picture focus object has. You see that here. But let's say we are at the start, basic thoughts. How can we create an ownable picture, a picture that we can sell, that you will just hang on your wall? This is one of the questions we had to answer. Well, are we able to frame a display? Yeah, things like that. And well, what do we do with a picture that is running and that has to loop? Well, this is a video stream behind here. And if it's breathing in and out, well, once it comes to an end, and if it's a picture that you have at your wall, this would not work at all. So we had to invent some stuff. And as I told you, I come from this IT environment, writing software or describing the software that you have a programmer that is doing it. So we created a video looper. Well, this is important. You can imagine we have that here. I have one here as well. So yeah, yes, here we have a video looper. Well, this is a piece of hardware where I can bring up on this hardware just a video sequence, and it will loop endlessly, just endlessly and seamlessly, so that there is no friction. You will not detect when the video restarts again, because it's just breathing, and it does this the whole day. And if you don't like this, that it does the whole day, we have in addition, we have light sensor that you can adjust to your room. Means that when it's getting night or you switch off the light, the video display at the wall will get dark in the same time. But when it's dark, you don't have to have a glowing TV in your living room, is it? Okay, and this is how we solved the problem about selling a display, a frame display with a breathing picture on it. Well, I will just show you, let's have a look. I hope, yes, you can follow me here, how we develop such a picture. I will now bring in this element here. Let's have a look if it's working. Can you see that I'm... now I must have some people that give me a thumbs up. You can see now this application that I just brought over it. No? Okay. then I have to share the screen. Just a second. Stop sharing. Then I have to share it, reshare it again. Just a second. So now you should see this screen. Well, this is where it starts with a breathing picture. Means I just have an application. This here is Autodesk 3D Studio Max. You could take Blender, which is another similar program, but well, I'm with that program, with the software already since 30 years, I would say. So that's why I know it quite well. And well, first thing that we have to do here is to create a structure. When we can zoom in a little bit maybe and have a look at it. You see, this is a structure that is created out from a torus that has some bending. You see how I can just manipulate all these elements to bring them to a form that I'd like to have. I can change axis. Well, just this is technical, and just for those that are interested how this comes up, you see, you have to handle in this program a hell lot of parameters just to get to the form that you'd like to have, to the idea that you need. But when we are ready, then we can export. Well, this structure, this mesh, it's called a mesh. We export this to another program, to the next program, where we are able to set it, let's say, in an environment. I will just close this module and say don't save. So now, what are you seeing? That this would be interesting. You're seeing the no, you will not see that. Okay, let's start the next connection. I have a lot of things here. So this is, well, then you should see actually this screen now. You see some with a hell of a lot of stuff on it. Okay. Oh, okay. But this mesh that we create over there, then this we import into this next module here, in this next tool that is called Unreal 5. Unreal 5, this is a game engine provided from Epic, but for an artist, you have a lot of possibilities in here. You see, now I have this element over here, and of course I'm able to do exactly the same things as I can do it on the other. I can expand this. I can make it breathing over the time. So it breathes in, it breathes out. But then I have to keep it, let's say, on this other axis here. Now, and I'm lucky you are able to see that one. It's the same module, the same program. You see, this is a timeline here, where you say for each and every single element, you just say what you will do in time. And well, that it should move or getting bigger or smaller, so that in the end, I take this now away, that, well, this is, let's say, preparing a movie here. So where you just can go through elements and dive in. You see, this is the environment I'm working in. So let's stop this now. Well, and this program in the end, or this software, this Unreal 5 software, exports in the end a hell of a lot of frames about the picture I will be making. So let's bring that, no, maybe you have some questions later. Let's return now to the another screen. Just a second. Then, do you see me now? Do you see me? Not me. You see something. I'm looking forward to what you are seeing. So, no. But
we are still seeing the platform program, Stan.
Platform program.
Yeah, the last screen you showed us.
Also this one, this with this a lot of spheres on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will just stop the share and reshare so that you can see this one here. Yes. So. Yeah. Well, and because this is the last tool I'm using, this is Adobe Premiere Pro, which where I introduce in the end. What can we take? Yeah, well, why not this part? Where I just introduce these sequences, maybe I add some sounds to it, and then I'm making a movie out of the sequences I have rendered before. Also, this is the whole process to create a mesh in one tool, then create an environment in another tool, render the environment with the mesh that is breathing. We will see that a little bit later, and then export it to a video that can be looped. This is the important element that we must understand. Okay, then I will go now back to my main screen here, the workshop, I hope. Yes. Okay. This was this insight. Then now let's go ahead. With next elements, I just did write down with what tools I'm working for, that you know that. You never know, somebody will be maybe in the digital art as well. What is very important to me, and we are here in the IBF Arts Group, we at Astradream, we really love to work in teams. Now, I'm not that kind of artist that is just in his room and well, nobody should be around. No, I love it to be with people. And I have 4 artists here as examples. So let's start with Magno. Magno Lara Cuente, he's a New York-based painter. He makes these surreal paintings which are behind my focus object. Let's just go in. This is the way you can go in. These are the links that are in the PDF as well. And now I'm really, can you see the picture? Okay. Also full screen, you see this full screen. Okay. Yeah, just that we are sure. And now you see here a breathing movement. Now it's breathing in and breathing out. You can see this on this big structure, but you can see it even here. We have, see these small spheres that are coming up and down, just in the rhythm of this breath. Now, if you are everybody is a breath worker, then well, this is easy to follow. Let's go out here. We are somewhere where we are here. Just a second. Sorry, here we are. I hope. Okay, we can take another example, just which you can see all the examples, but we will not go through here. Yeah, well, we have a workshop and we have to fulfill our duties to show you all the things. Well, but I will just bring this up here. You see, this picture throws two pictures together. This is one picture, and well, this here at the end, this is a second picture. And well, it's just breathing in, keep it, not keeping it, but just let's flow over the top and breathing out. Well, it's a slow breath, conscious breath, 4 times a minute, just breathing in here. Okay, then let's go to the next examples. This is Patricia. Patricia, she is a Swiss-based painter. She makes all these abstract paintings. I like that. And well, she has a painting. You don't see too much from the painting, well, in the end, maybe in the background, but you have these breathing flowers over the painting that are just like, you see this in the shadow here, they are just doing holes in this white shade so that you can see through on this artwork itself. So, and it's going up, it's breathing in, it's breathing out. And if you have somebody that is telling you when you have to breathe in and when you have to breathe out, well, then it's easy. But if you don't have that, then maybe it's a little bit more tricky. Then we come to Zmaki. He's here. Hello, Zmaki. We have some examples here as well. One of the pictures I like very much is, maybe I show you this one here from this series. You see, when the spheres are going down, then we are breathing out. And when the spheres are going up, and the light here is getting lighter, and then you see all these reflections on that original painting. This is yeah, another way to make a breathing picture. So always when you know how to breathe here. So this is another, I will just show you this because we will see this technique a little bit later, maybe as well. These are 6 different paintings from Zmaki, and with each breathing in, the picture changes. You see another picture, and while you are breathing out, you see a next picture. And then you are breathing in again. There is another picture, and you are breathing out, and there is the next picture that you have. So you see, we can do this all the time, just with different pictures when we will bring them in a breathing rhythm. So let's go to the last lady. Oh, sorry, I was too fast here. Margarita Somnolet. She's well, where is she? New York, I would say, New York-based painter as well. But she visited me here in Switzerland. That's why I don't know exactly where she lives now. I think she lives in New York or in Westfield, near the gallery where we are as well. Margarita makes these wonderful paintings. And well, just to add an additional dimension, you see, we just replaced her sphere that she has painted with a real sphere. And when you watch closely, then you see that the sphere now is breathing. It's breathing out now. You see it even in the shadow below. It's breathing in and breathing out. Well, it's in the end the same picture, but with an additional function. And well, just to motivate, if you are an artist and you have some pictures that you like have to have online, not just as a photograph, but as a real experience that people can just make, let's say, a subscription when you think of Neo or Black Dwarf. These pictures, or some of these pictures, are on these platforms and seen by people all over the world. And this is the idea behind this spreading, the idea of remember to breathe. So now a next step, something about the breathing patterns. And to make this short, of course, well, there is so much breathing patterns out there. I just did list some of them. And well, now you could argue, well, but the breathing picture, well, they should now breathe in 4 seconds, then just hold, and then go for another 4 seconds out, and then just repeat that. Well, you could think about that. But as I highlighted here, we are using in the standard pictures that I'm doing, we are just using the Buddhist meditation breath. Means, well, we can start at 6 seconds for a breath, breathing in, breathing out. You have done it in 6 seconds when I'm speaking, as I'm doing here. Well, I would say I breathe 10 times in a minute. Well, but that's where we will start in the end. Well, then the Buddhist meditation breath, well, doesn't keep the breath, never. So it always, you're breathing in as much as you can, and then you are breathing out. And well, you can breathe out 30 seconds when you, well, are a little bit into this technique. But in the end, it's a very good breath pattern to make it shorter or to make it longer. You will see this immediately. But here I have to say something about this picture. This was my first breathing picture I made. And I have to confess, when I made this picture, I was really in some kind of professional nihilism, or just, well, just not thinking about the people that should see it. Well, because the idea was, okay, we will make a picture, a breathing picture, that looks like a picture. This means the picture is not moving at all. So, but what we are doing is we just make it a little bit moving. And from my meditation practice, I thought, oh, well, 3 times breathing in a minute, this is already well, a compromise. Well, normally you breathe 45 seconds, a minute for one breath when you are, well, trained in doing it. And I just thought, well, 20 seconds, this is for everyone. And I will show you that here, and I will not tell you anything about it. You just can try to find the breath. So, okay, you had nearly a minute time to find this element. Well, but you see, well, we went to New York for our first exhibition back in 2017, I think. Also, Peter and I, when I say we, then I mean Peter and I, we went with some of these pictures, and we did see that people really, they stand in front of these pictures and they try to find the breath in the pictures. And you see that people that are in breathwork already, or in meditation, yoga, well, they will find the breath. But all others, they are just a little bit confused. They say, well, what the hell? I'm not able to breathe in that rhythm because I just die when I try to inhale for 10 seconds or 8 seconds and then come for 2 or 3 seconds over the top, and then I breathe out for another 10 seconds so that I get to this 20-second long breath. So, well, this was then the next step that we did. So we said, okay, we need some breathing patterns and we have to define them. So just, well, this is just, let's say, marketing, that we define them in that way. So, but these are real breathing patterns. I see you can, I hope you can see them. This is always 1 minute. Well, we breathe normally between 5 and 6, also 5 to 6 seconds a breath. Takes us 10 breaths around in a minute, the normal breath. Then we have this deep breath, right? That takes us 8 seconds. Then a calming breath, a conscious breath, and a meditation breath. The picture that you did see before, this fireplace mystery picture, this is breathing just 3 times a minute, as I said. And you see, our website tells you then it's a meditation breath pattern or a calming breath pattern. And well, calming breath means 5 times a minute every 12 seconds. So this is how we define then the rhythms. And well, as I said, we use the breathing curves. Well, this breathing curve we are using, this comes from this Buddhist meditation practices. And you can see when you have the time that is running, then you have inhaled not in the middle of, well, the breath, because breathing out is longer than breathing in. This is in most breath schools, it is like this. But then we have a specific element in the breathing pictures, means that we try to do an organic breath. You know, you see these applications that you have on your smartphones, this calm and breeze, and well, they have a lot of names. but mostly they have just, let's say, a sphere and just a flat sphere or a ring or a disc, then and it's getting bigger and smaller, getting bigger, or it's going up and down and up and down. And well, this is not organic. It means when we inflate the sphere for breathing, then we are not inflating every aspect of the sphere in the same way. It means the curve that it's getting wider is a little bit earlier than the curve that it's getting larger or just bigger here. And this makes the pictures much more smooth and because you are always finding an aspect in the picture where you find your own breath. Of course, well, 3 times or 6 times a minute this stays, but there you are on top of your breath, and when you are breathing out, this is always a little bit individual. Yeah. Now, I have prepared a hell of a lot of examples here. I cannot show you all of them, but just to explain a little bit what we are doing in visualization. Well, we have these elements here where just you have a sphere, and this is getting bigger and smaller, just in a breath rhythm. Let's try that here, maybe. Yeah. Can you hear? Can you hear the sound? And you have no sound, huh? Share sound. Great. Technology. So I hoped you did hear the breath sound. Maybe, yeah. Okay. Well, this is one kind of visualization. The other is a focus object. Well, here I have 2 breathing pictures with a focus object. And this focus object is breathing as well. And you will find when it's breathing out, this is breathing 5 times a minute.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, of course, or always.
In that case, when the figure tends to be larger, then we should breathe in?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's well, and to help out in these cases, well, we are providing this graph. I will show you that later, but exactly when it's getting bigger, this is, well, when you are breathing in, well, your belly is, your lungs are getting bigger. Is it? This is intuitive, or should be intuitive. Well, this is the same. This is just getting bigger and smaller. Then we have fading images. This is what I already showed you in Marcus' work, but here it's a little bit different. And this is just an idea what we could do at the World Breathing Day this year. Well, for this motto, we could just make a sequence of photos, but you have to send them to me. So it must be your photographs. But then we could just make a thing like that. I hope. Sorry. So I just, this is the only sequence I will do the whole thing. Oh, okay. This was something on YouTube. So, yeah, then just to say, it must not always be just breathing. Sometimes it can just be doing some art. I will just show you one example what we can do when we are flowing here. Well, this is a picture of Magno Laracuente, an artist. You will understand what we are doing. This is the original painting. And this is when we use this painting as a planet. Yeah, I will just go a little bit ahead, show you next. Yeah. Yeah, and let's go to the last. Jump there. I hope this is clear. So just, okay, you see. So you just focus on a single artwork and you go really into the details of this artwork. I like this, making these things. So let's go to, we had visualization. Now we have possibilities to support a breathing picture. One of the possibilities I did already show this is this graphic support that you see here. We will just make it, then I will show that to you. But then we have audio support, means that you hear something breathing or the sound is, well, louder and less loud. And on the last thing is, and from there we will go then to the project, is sequences. But just let's do the examples here that you understand what we mean. Well, this is, well, because to detect here the breathing element, which is in this diamond, it's a sphere in the diamond that is expanding, going up, and now it's coming down. That's the breathing movement in this picture. You see, still you have to detect it. That, well, the thinking from the beginning that you have to be calm and you have to concentrate, because, well, if you will do some conscious breathing, then you must be concentrated a little bit at least. Okay, this is one of the elements. Just stop it. Then audio support. I hope this is working again. Just, I will not do the whole 3 minutes. This would be then much too long. You hear the sound? Sorry, I will stop this here. And, well, now the most important thing for what we will do next for the project are sequences. Well, we were at quite some art shows and events, and we learned there. So the most important thing when you are working with breathing pictures is that you are at the point where the people are as well. Means they come into a breathing room. They sit down and you say, okay, I will play you now some breathing pictures with a sound. But when you start with a meditation pattern, means that you can just breathe 3 times in a minute, then you will lose everybody in the room, because, well, they come in, they move, they have to breathe, of course, and well, they will not do that. So, but I will show you how we are doing this in here, with just starting with slower, not slower, no, also with faster breath rhythm, and we get slower and slower, and this element here, this video here is just, I think it's a little bit over 3 minutes. But when you are through, you are just breathing. Well, you did slow down your breathing by half, means you are breathing with 6 seconds at the beginning, and then you have a breath of 12 seconds in the end. Well, just that we just go a little bit into the sequence. Sorry, I have to wake you up. Maybe. Yeah, you understand what we are doing here. We just start with a fast sequence and then we're just getting slower and slower. This is great. So this is another example. We already see then a short step into the breathing art films. As I said, well, I do the breathing pictures along my breathing art films. Means I have something in mind where I try to make a film about it, and then I have to make this much research for colors, for textures, for forms, and well, from time to time I just think, oh, okay, well, this could work as a breathing picture, this part of this film. And as you can see, we did earn quite some awards here. I will tell you here what this Times to Breathe is about, that you understand it. I think, well, from the time you can watch this at your own when you are back home. It's not that long, 3 minutes, 40 seconds around. So, well, you will stand it in the end. But just to say something about the movie, this is a theater movie, so but for you, you have MP4 on Vimeo. It's 14 breaths. We have 14 breaths in this film. We are breathing in and out, and we try to bring the viewer along with us, so that we say, okay, you breathe in, you breathe out, and every breathe in is a new thought, are new pictures, because what we have to understand in the end when we are breathing, that, well, it's to get control over your thoughts, but not in the way that you are sitting here and say, I should meditate, but I have all this thinking, this monkey mind. I will show you a little bit later a video from a monk I love very much, which is monk mind, but it's always chattering, is it? So, and a thought comes and it goes, and it's important that you let your thoughts go, because, well, this film is really about how to stop your thoughts controlling you. You will never be able to control your thoughts by just sitting here and say, I will not think about nothing, and I just hear. This doesn't work. So, but you can just see that you are thinking, and you are, here is a thought, well, let it go. Here's another thought, let it go. This is about this. The whole film is embedded in 3 pictures of Lara Cruente, sorry. And well, it's symbolizing just the beginning of life, your first 20 years, then your production life, and then your age. Well, this is the part I'm in, actually. So, but and it comes to an end. So it has a message. In the end, you just can see it. The most awards we earned for the virtual reality film we did a while ago, 3 years ago, for this breathing through. Well, we awarded, or we did take that much awards because this is a very rare category. VR films are not that, let's say, much around in today's day. But this is for VR. Where is my VR? You know VR? I just a second that I get my VR. And that everybody knows what we are speaking about. Well, it's you have to put on these goggles, but you can download it because we are making our films for that people can watch it. That's the important thing here. And well, you just can download it here from my Dropbox. Then you have an MP4 file. You load it up on your VR glasses, and then you can just enjoy. The same is with that VR film we did from, you see, I have a picture that is called Blue Buddha Meditation. And this is the VR equivalent to it. And well, it's just mind-blowing in a way when you have it on and you can breathe, and then you can look down, you can look up, you can look behind you. I always tell people that are working with VR videos, sit on a chair that can turn. So this makes it much easier than when you have to turn your head here and there, just so you can just turn around like that and see everything, even what is behind you. Well, this is some stuff I like, and you can download it here, the Blue Buddha Meditation, if you like to see. So just a word. I did not say that about my artist name. That is Stan Adard. And well, this comes from standard. Well, I'm just a standard person, so standard artist. Well, it's important to be just always on the ground. But now you can say, oh, well, but well, I have these numbers here. Well, it's just to say why we are collecting, or we collected some of these awards, because it's important to spread the idea of the breathing pictures. You know, in what we learned when we were in the States, in these art fairs there, well, if you are an awarded artist, then, well, it's much easier to explain your case, easy. So that's why. And you see here Peter and Mihaly, because, well, the films are always a cover. So now it's the question, do we need a break? Somebody should go to the toilet maybe, or get a drink? Okay, then yeah, I would say let's make a break. If you'd like, I can just play the film that we had before. Just a second. So I have to go back here. So and when the film is over, then I would say we are back from break. Is this okay? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So I see everybody is back. Great to have you back here. So now I will just run along here. Now, well, it's time to speak about our projects. One inspiration was, this summary of Buddhist monk that is just telling us a little bit our misconception about meditation. What the heck is this? What's that? Oh, no, this is not the correct one. Where are we here? Oh, this is now, this should be Google. Just to let's have a look at it. Where this is, you see, he has a lot of these meditation elements. Where is it? Let's go back. Meditation. No. Here we have, I hope you can see it.
We can meditate everywhere, anytime, even 3 seconds, 2 seconds, while you're walking, while you're having coffee and tea, while you're having meeting, so you can meditate. Many people has a little bit misunderstanding about meditation. They think meditation meaning think of nothing, concentrate. So push too much. So we cannot block thought and emotion. In fact, we need thought and emotion. So whether you listen to your monkey mind or not, that's the issue. What I call monkey mind is chatting, pala 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 yada yada. So monkey mind is giving your opinion. So whether you listen to opinion or not, it's up to you, right? So through meditation, what we do is we have to make friends with the monkey mind. But how to make friends? Just giving banana doesn't work, So right method is you need to give job to monkey mind. How to give job monkey mind? So the simple meditation technique is be aware of the breath. So you ask monkey mind, hello, what's breath? So monkey mind says, yeah, good idea. And be aware of breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. There's a lot of thought comes at the background. Don't care, no problem. So as long as if you're not forget your breath, anything is okay. No need too much concentration. Just simply be aware of your breath. Breathe in, out, in. Even 2 breaths, 1 breath. So therefore, we can meditate everywhere, anytime.
Now I have to stop it here. Yeah, so. Yeah, well, and as you can see, we just thought, well, how can we spread the awareness of breathing, how important conscious breathing is? Well, you cannot overclock this, so we started making events. And what I'd like to do here is to introduce you in an event that we will do here in Switzerland at the World Breathing Day in 2025. This project is called Inhale, Exhale, Smile. And the idea behind this experiment that we have summarized in a short video that I will show you here.
Welcome to the internationally unique art event in Switzerland. Inhale, Exhale, Smile. With Inhale, Exhale, Smile, we are for the first time creating nationwide awareness about the invigorating power of breath. On World Breathing Day, April 11th, 2025, All public space advertising displays in our country will exclusively showcase calming, breathing images. This groundbreaking art event unites health and art at a unique intersection. Breathing images are digital works that create a novel connection between art and conscious breathing rhythm. To further promote and support this innovative art form beyond the World Breathing Day, we are already organizing a high-profile competition for digital artists and graduates of Swiss art schools. A panel of renowned experts will select and award the artworks that will bring the essence of breath to the screens. Inhale, Exhale, Smile is supported by reputable organizations, including the Swiss Lung League, the Swiss Association for Breathwork, the International Breathwork Foundation, and the Swiss Network for Mental Health. Recognize the immense power, contagious allure, and tremendous opportunity that this unique art event imparts through mindful and conscious engagement with breath. Join us in making a highly visible and inspiring statement for the well-being of society as a whole. A statement that will leave a lasting impression in the hearts of people.
Well, this is it explained in short. And here, well, sorry, because I was already in here. So, as you can see, well, here, such an event or such a project, well, you have really to organize it. So with Peter, we have a very experienced event manager. Well, I have a lot of experience in IT projects. Well, and in the end, this is kind of an IT project because we have to build a stream of breathing pictures. Let's say a stream that lasts around 1 hour. Then we went to these Swiss advertising companies. We have just 2 big ones here in Switzerland. This is Life Systems and this APG SGA. Well, they own some 3,000 screens here in Switzerland, in the railway stations, in the post offices, in the city markets, everywhere where you see these digital billboards. And we just thought, well, people are running around. What do they see on these billboards? Every day is just commerce. Is it so buy this or travel there or do that or get that pill, and it's just distracting people. And well, to have a day, and it's the World Breathing Day, where you can just look at these screens and you can just say, I can breathe. I can just breathe in, breathe out. And if you just do it once or twice a day when you are running around these screens, then, well, you did already do some meditation. And this is the start. People must be aware that conscious breathing is something important, and then they will go to all these breath workers. Well, there must be an awareness of that I will learn to breathe correctly. And then, well, it's up to all you breath workers to take the job and bring people, well, to this ability that they can breathe in a way that helps their mental health. Well, you can see now what we already did. This is the project plan, just in short. Well, we had to make all these clarifications, means we had to do some pre-contract with these digital signage providers, that they are willing just to stop all other clients for a whole day and just to show breathing pictures. Well, if they are not willing to do that, then, well, the event would not work. So this was the first thing we had to do. Of course, then we had to obtain some quotes. So, well, what is the amount? Here in Switzerland, it's around $380,000 that we need to just buy all the space from morning at 6 o'clock to the evening at 8 o'clock. These 14 hours to buy them. Well, in this sum included is this artist competition that we will do as soon we have the sponsors here then in August. But actually we had this was the whole last year, we just had to acquire all these supporters, you know, the Swiss Long League, IBF, all the meditation and yoga centers here in Switzerland. Well, this was quite some paperwork to do, to explain. That's why we have this short video produced for just to explain what we will do. And you can imagine it's art at the intersection of health. And well, this is very really a good thing to do that with these people. They are very motivated to add their own ideas into this event. But now we are in the process of finding sponsors. This is the hardest part of the job. People that are willing to bring in some money for that we can make this event happen next year at the World Breathing Day. We will keep you posted on this event. Now, well, this is not the only project we are working on, as you can see here. Well, we have events already done with, let's say, QR codes, so that you can just see all these breathing pictures in the end on your smartphone. With a breathing room in the event space, with some information. You see here this information, it's in German, but just to show you that, we make even the facts breathing. So we are just telling something about the breath, which is important to know. You know, the amount of these small spheres that you have in your lungs, that you have 80 square meters. This is roughly a tennis court. Well, this is the surface of the lung. It's a very important organ, just things like that. And when we tell people just to inform them, we just make short clips like that. Well, breathing in, you see the spheres are falling down, breathing out, then breathing in again. So even when you are reading something, it's better when you are breathing in a way that is better to understand. Well, this event was called Art Emotion QR Code. Actually, we are working on the pitch on the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Well, this is 800 meters. This is a screen. This screen can breathe in the end. So at the World Breathing Day, let's hope that we find a sponsor for some breathing sequences here at the World Breathing Day in 2025 as well. These are just some of the projects we are in, actually. And, well, here I'm at the summary, just to say, we try to bring the breathing pictures to public spaces, this is an office here, to very large buildings. If you have ideas, just bring them to us. And here we bring the breathing even in the virtual space, because this is the coming space for the next years is this virtual reality for sure. Yeah. And now it's up to Robin to unmute you all.